Oh gosh, here I am cooking today. This is a bear roast. You cook bear the same way you do pork. The finished temperature should be about 170, 175. It's going to be cooked in an oven for about 3 to 4 hours, just depends. You have to have an internal temperature, so you use a meat thermometer to get the temperature that you want. So any problems that you may have with undercooked pork is the same problems you're going to have with undercooked bear. So you want to make sure that your bear is cooked the same way you would with pork. So basically, I'm going to give you hundreds of recipes right now. You cook bear the same way you cook pork. Therefore, you get out a pork recipe and you substitute bear meat for it. That's how you cook bear. Now, it's always whatever it is you want as far as spices go. If you want a certain spice, you like it, that's what you put in there. Now, what we're going to do today is basically we're going to use some lemon pepper, some garlic, potatoes, carrots, and onions. And about a cup of water we're going to put in there too to keep it moist and everything. So this is a bear roast. Trim it up the way you like it and go from there. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and add a teaspoonful of garlic. We'll go ahead and measure that sucker because I'm always doing everything like a pinch of this or a dash of that or just dump it in there. Okay, I've tried to do it professional now. But teaspoonful of garlic. And this is minced garlic. Now you can go ahead and get your fresh garlic if you want. And then go ahead and mince that through the little process thing, squeeze thing there they got. So we're going to go ahead and put that around in there. Now, anything that I touch with the meat, I can't come back and use it for anything else because this here is contaminated. So, throw that in the sink over there and we'll wash that and clean that. Now we're done with the garlic. What we're going to do here, we're going to come in here with the potatoes. This is about 3 to 4 potatoes here. We actually have 4 potatoes that have been cut up. We'll go ahead and put this in here. Now here's the onion I was telling you about. The carrots. Oh, I love carrots. Let's go ahead and put this all in there. Yeah, you can tell I love carrots. There's a lot of carrots, huh? But anyway, so this is going to be for my wife and me, our son and daughter, and our grandchildren. So we're going to have a nice meal later. Here's what this looks like here. Again, add the herbs and spices that you want. Give it that special taste. That's all yours. The oven is going to be about 350 degrees. And you don't want to cook it fast. You want to cook it slow so everything will be moist. You can cover this where it will be self-basting. As the fluids evaporate, they come up, they hit the top, and then they go ahead and they go fold back over. Of course, they baste it. Or you can go ahead and put it in there like this. You can have a little bit of dryness on there. Or you can go ahead and cover it with aluminum foil. Since we inexplicably have lost the top to this, I don't know where it's at. I got an idea. But anyway, we won't go into that. So we're going to cover the top here with aluminum foil in just a second. Make sure all this is loose. Again, this is lemon pepper seasoning. And again, this is just our idea, what we like. Now there's other things we can try. We can try a little bit of this herb or that spice, or if you want to add anything that you can think of that you like, you can add to wild game. But again, this here is a bear roast. Cook it just like you do pork. And you should be fine. We'll get that out of the way. Now we're going to go ahead and cover this with aluminum foil, which is always fun to work with. And make sure we got enough there. I try to be conservative, but sometimes I gotta use a little bit more to get the job done and make it taste good. Now, if you want, I'm gonna let a little bit open right there so the little bit of excess can escape. But it's going to be in an oven, 350 degrees for 3 to 4 hours, and that'll be done. Now this is how you cook bear. And bear is really good. You have bear roast, bear steaks, bear chops, bear burger. Bear burger, man, always make sure your burger's well done. Doesn't make a difference what it is. Now here we have the oven. It's preheated. We put that baby in there. Now you can adjust the racks the way you want it, top, back. Now we're going to put that in there. And we're going to come back here and check it out here in a couple hours. See how it's going, make sure everything's going good. And then from there we're going to see if we need to put any more water in there or any other sauce that you may like. So that's how you cook bear. Just make sure it's well done, just like pork. Use your herbs and spices, potatoes, carrots, onions, whatever it is you want. You're going to be happy because that food is good and nutritious. While you're hunting, you can put meat on the table. Thanks for watching. We'll check back in a little while. Hello, hi. Now what we're doing here, we're finishing up this little bit of bear carcass here we got left. The meat, some of the meat, we went ahead and already sauteed it and allowed it to soak in certain things. So got a little bit different off colors here. We're trying different things from soda pop to liquor, of course, to salad dressing. You know, like I said, we try to experiment and make things good and enjoyable for people because that's part of the outdoor experience. You go out hunting, sure. If you don't get anything, you come home, oh well, that's the way it is. You got to get used to it. But if you are successful, and we all like to be successful, well, enjoy the meat because we are meat eaters, just like everyone else that should be. That's why the animals are here, for us to enjoy. Anyway, enough of that. And yeah, I put my hat back on, my trademark, so I got to have that on there. Anyway, so pork chops are just like bear chops. You have to treat them the same. And since these are bear chops, you go ahead and you mark it, bear, put down the date, and you seal them up. Now you can go ahead and use a conventional method that a lot of butchers, a lot of people do. A lot of people don't butcher their own animals like we do. They drop them off at a butcher shop, and then it comes back, it's all wrapped in the butcher paper, and that's great. Well, that also helps protect it against freezer burn, things like that. We like to use plastic bags a lot. I use a lot of plastic bags. I do vacuum pack, but over the years I've found that gets real expensive, but it makes the food last incredibly long. But for right now, we got a bunch of different family gatherings going on, people coming over for food and stuff, and they went ahead and indicated to us they would like to try some outdoor dishes. So in the near future, within the next several weeks or so, we're going to have a lot of dinners. So instead of going through the trouble of vacuum packing everything, we're going to go ahead and put them in plastic bags, squeeze out all the air, make sure everything's marked properly, and freeze it solid. Won't be any problem at all. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. We're finishing up this, and we'll get back to that roast a little bit later. Thank you. Okay, let's check this roast, this bear roast. Take this off. Got in here earlier and removed this for a little bit. Get the other one over there. You see how good this looks. See how that looks? That looks yummy. Real yummy. Now let's go ahead and check the temperature on here. It's a meat thermometer. It should be right about 170 degrees. 170, 175. Okay, temps. You temp it at 2 or 3 different spots just to make sure. There you go. And let me see. I'll go back over here. There you go. It completely temps out, so it's all good and safe to eat. There you go. About 4 hours later is what it took. One thing we did do, we did come back in here and add 2 more cups of water. That was important because we like the moisture, keep everything nice and moist instead of dry. You can see all the veggies, the potatoes, carrots. The onions, everything turned out good. Let's take a look at the meat. Let's see what it looks like. Now again, bear meat will be a little bit darker. This has been marinated, so it's going to be a little bit lighter. But you can see, this is excellent. Excellent meat. Excellent cooking. See the bubbling sensation down there? Because it's all hot. It's all cooked, all ready to go. Now, again, you want to keep the top on as long as possible. You can take it off a little bit before it's done, and that way this here will darken up and harden up a little bit on top. Just give it a little bit more outdoorsy look if you want. But anyway, moist meat. Look at that. That is excellent meat. So, bon appetit. Enjoy. This is done. And that's how you cook bear meat. Well, here we are. Here's the bear. I'll tell you what, it is absolutely delicious. Tender, great. The carrots, everything. I put a lot of pepper on here because I like pepper. But actually, the smell of a bear is a little pepperish. Keep that in mind. Anyway, I hope you liked the video and enjoy your bear. It's good.